Hey guys, welcome back to Tools on a Budget. Today's video is about this Thinkdiag 2. This was sent to me by Thinkdiag or Kingbolen. They sell quite a few scanners on Amazon, eBay, and various places. And honestly, this is a really good scanner. I think it goes for like $127.99. Don't quote me on that, but I have seen it as low as, I think on special. Sometimes it goes up down to like 99 or 109. But honestly, this thing is worth every penny. And these work on, these are bi-directional scan tools, so you can do a lot more diagnostics than you can with, like, say, a regular, just a regular scan tool. Let me see if I can find. See, I have this one. This is the V1. This is the original Thinkdiag, and this is the 2. Now, what does this add? I'll be doing a video and showing you guys like what are the differences and stuff you could do with this. But this is a great tool for you to diagnose your own car, especially if you're a mechanic or a mobile mechanic. This is you need this, trust me. The level of things you can do with this is it's stuff that you would get from $1,000 scanner for 1/10 the price, you know. So it's completely invaluable to have one of these, especially if you go let's say you go to a shop and you have let's say you go to a shop and you get diagnosed and they want to charge you $200-300 just to do a in-depth diagnostic without even changing anything. You can just go ahead and buy this, watch a couple of videos online, and you can go ahead and do it yourself. It's pretty simple. Like let's say you have a misfire. This will tell you, this will show you in active time which cylinder is misfiring. You can go ahead and check the injectors, the coils. You can go ahead and check all that stuff. You can check the timing, see if it's retarded, if it's delayed, all this stuff. This is a great scanner. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and open it. Let's go see real quick, see what comes in it. It's a nice little, it's actually a nicer box than the first one. It's a lot bigger. Oh, cool. So it comes in a little pouch. It comes in a nice little pouch. This is pretty cool because I'm always losing my I'm always forgetting my scanner. So this is the actual scanner here, and it comes with this is actually a lot better because when they're in this format, I have a tendency of sometimes almost forgetting them in people's cars. Where opposed to this thing's hanging. It's going to be very obvious when they go in to drive away. So it's pretty simple, fairly long too. This just goes in here, and then you tighten it up. But yeah, guys, the amount of features these scanners have. And if you have like a little bit of an older car, this can program key fobs, keys. Like I know it does the Nissan, the Nats keys. So like some of your older, before they got that new smart key, this can delete all keys and reinitiate all of them. And then we always got some silica gel. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much what you get in there. You get a little case. And this scan tool, and this is subscription based, but you do get the first year for free. So after the first year, you do lose most of the OEM functions, which are the good ones, unless you go ahead and pay for it again, which is worth it in my opinion, especially if you're making money from this thing. A couple jobs and this thing pays for itself. So it's always nice to just keep paying the subscription, and you will get updates. It will be updated to the latest model year. But it's still usable even after, if you don't pay. Like you can still use it to pull codes, and you can check like the IM readiness, and you can even see the data stream. So still usable even after you don't pay for it. But this is a subscription based tool, especially like I know on the Chryslers, like you need to do the proxy alignments. If you go to any dealer, it's like $300 just to get that done, when you can in fact just get this and do it yourself for under $150 after tax and everything. and you have a tool that you can keep using. Say you have another issue down the line, and then this, when you reactivate the year, I think it's only like $69 to activate it. So if you have to do it again in a couple of years, then you have that. And then if any of your friends, family members, or anything have an issue, you could always show up with this and probably save the day. But yeah, like especially with the Chryslers, like let's say your battery dies, you have a battery dying issue. If that proxy alignment they fixed and the car does it again and it goes and it dies again, you're gonna have to do that proxy alignment again, which is gonna cost you another $250. When you can just have this, do it yourself, really simple fix. Just go into the thing. You could even, let's say you change the transmission on a lot of these newer cars, you need to go in there and write the VIN number to the TCM so that it can marry into the PCM. A lot of cars nowadays are requiring stuff like that. This can do it. This probably won't program a ECM unless it's like you could probably do like the coding ones, but you can't do the actual reprogramming. That one you need a little bit of a higher scanner. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know and I'll tell you guys what scanners you can get for those. But this will do like 95% of the work you'll ever need. Great tool. I stand behind it because I've used it before. I have it, even though they gave this to me, I know this is a good tool because I've used it many times. It's not like, oh, this is the first time I'm using it and I'm just saying it because they gave it to me. No, I know this is a good tool. I have videos of this one, and I have a video where I show you people how to do the proxy alignment, and I have a lot of good feedback on there saying that, oh, my car was sitting for 6 months, I bought it and now it's working again. So these things work. It's not like these are gimmicks. These are really good scan tools. Honestly, these are probably copies of like higher end scan tools, but you know what, it works and it's cheap and it gets the job done. So I'll show you guys how I'm gonna show you guys how to use this and what kind of features it has. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so once you set up the app, it's very simple. It comes with an instruction manual. The instruction manual will tell you what app to get, and then it's the Thinkdiag Plus. Once you install it, you go in, it's gonna ask you for an email. You put the email. Once you put the email, you're gonna get a confirmation code. Put the confirmation code in, create a username and a password, and then it's gonna ask you to enter the serial number for that. That's gonna be a little sticker on the actual instruction manual, and then it's gonna have an activation code. Once you do that, you go ahead and go in to the Thinkdiag. So whenever you plug it in, right now it's plugged in, you go into the all system diagnostics, and then you scan the VIN. Just give it a little bit of time here, but it will grab. Got it. It's going into the system, because it does have quite a few systems. You can go into the transmission, engine. So we go to manually select. Oh, actually automatically search North America, and then you just look for your car. On some cars it'll just automatically graph, but this is a little bit newer, so I think this one goes up to 22 right now. So we'll just select the Kicks 22, even though it's a 24, nothing really changed. So let me show you guys system selection. So let's say you want to go into your engine. You go into the engine, scanning it, going in. So it does have, so it has a lot of special functions where you can do self-learning, you can do idle, target idle, you can change the idle on the car, idle air volume learn. You can say you put a new sensor after the throttle body gets aged, gets dirty, you want to relearn it, really easy. Valve timing, you can do the pressure, fuel pressure release, so you can release pressure before you actually work on the fuel system. you could do the VIN registration. So this one does let you do the VIN in case you change the PCM and all that. Misfire count, so you can count the misfires if you're having like a coil issue. Data stream, you just go to all signals, and then let's say this doesn't have an actual, this is the base model, so it doesn't have like a coolant temperature sensors. It does have it, but it won't show you on the tachometer, sorry guys. So you'd go into, if you want to look at that, you go into coolant temps if you suspect you're having some sort of overheating issue. You can look at the fuel trim. You can look at the engine oil temperature, air fuel ratio. You can look at the fan duty. Sorry, this thing's going crazy. Let me just turn it on. And you can check the AC pressure sensor, air fuel sensor. So it has so many different options here. Especially like whatever you're having an issue with, you would just go in here and select things that have to do with that specific issue. So that's the engine. Let's say you have an ABS issue. You go into the ABS module. Really easy. Special functions. So you could adjust the sensors. You could actually calibrate the D-cell G sensor. And then you go to real-time data. So right here you go into the, so you could check all like the speed sensors and all that. So left hand sensor, front right, left hand, front right, left, right hand. So there's all kinds of sensors on here. Right here are the speed sensors I told you about. So if you have an issue for a bad speed sensor, you select all 4 of these. It'll tell you exactly which one it is. If 3 are in sync, 1 isn't. If 2 are in sync and 2 aren't, that means 2 sensors are probably gonna be bad for you. A lot of options here. Very easy to diagnose. It does take a little bit of tinkering to get used to it, but anybody can do it. If you dedicate at least like an hour of time, be able to fix your own cars. You get that good feeling, you know, not having to rely on others to fix it for you. Here's a transmission. So you go into the transmission, special function. So auxiliary gearbox clutch point learning. CV, it has a TVTF. Deterior TN, I don't know, conform, I've never had to use that. G sensor calibration, erase calibration data, erase learning value. So most transmissions nowadays adapt to the way you learn, adapt to the way you drive. So it will have, so let's say your wife drove it and now it's all wonky, you don't like how it drives, you just erase the learning value, it'll reset it, you'll be able to relearn it again to your specific style. Data, so you can see all these, you can see all this information on the transmission, you know, the pulley gear ratio, auxiliary gearbox, acceleration points. You can see fluid temperature. So many different options here, you know. Like I said, this scanner is definitely worth its weight. So let's say you have the intelligent key. You go in, you go to special function. So it does have these for the, so like door unlock, lock unlock. So I can go ahead and go in. I'll show you guys. So it's on. Let me turn it to off. Oops. So now it's on. Let me see here. This is just the intelligent key. So this is these are like when you actually activate your key, it'll these are like the special commands it does whenever you hit the lock or unlock. Most things have their own module now. Let's go to the BCM so I can show you guys. BCM is where most of your interior stuff is, like your door locks, horn, all that. Special function. Actually, let me show you guys actuation test. So let's see here. So the door, this is the one I got a little confused. Monitoring data. This is just a monitor. Let me see. Actuation test. Okay, so all you just hit right here, all unlock, and then if you want to unlock them, oh, this is unlock, sorry, and this is to lock them. So pretty cool, you could do that. So you can do that to all these things. You can open the trunk, you can, the front right wiper, I'm gonna show you guys. So this is just a wiper. Turn it to, and then right here you can do it to low, intermittent, where it's intermittent, and then off. And then you just go back. So a lot of things you can do here. Rear the defroster. You can check all your lights here. You just put so you don't have to be stepping on the brake. You can be outside, which is a good thing about this, because this is a mobile tablet. You will be using your own phone or tablet to use this, but you can be out. You don't need two people to work. Like usually you'd have somebody, hey, hit the brakes while you go check the bulbs. You can literally have this plugged in, go in the back, go through all the lights here, and it'll work. You can even check the reverse warning, all these lights, you know, like it's pretty crazy what you can do with technology nowadays. You got the horn, the flasher, key fob test, bunch of things here. So that's just like one of the things you can do. And a lot of things now is you can go into the HVAC, which is the actual AC unit. You can do the actuation, so you can check the test. You can check the data stream. You can see all kinds of the fan and all that stuff. Not too many options on that one, but that's dependent on model. So maybe on this one you can, but on, let's say on your car, you might be able to. So it has lane cameras. If you'd have the lane camera, I don't think this car has it. Let's check. I guess it does. A special function. So okay, so you can aim it. So it's pretty, has quite a few features here. You can go into the airbags, clear and check what kind of codes you have in your airbags. But like I said, guys, this is a really good scanner. You can do all these functions. And don't forget, it still works as a regular, you know, just code scanner. But what's good about this is once you get that code, let's say you get like a P0303, you're gonna know it's a misfire on cylinder 3. So then you go into the actual, engine. So you go into the engine, and then you'd go into the misfire counter, and then you'll see how many misfires you're getting. And if it's just cylinder 3, or if it's multiple, which would be a P0300, which would be a multiple cylinder misfire. So you were able to diagnose that really easily, and you could take off, you could swap coils and then see if it moves. Let's say you move the second coil to the third, and then if it stays at P0303, you know it's not a coil. It's most likely going to be either the spark plug or the injector. But a lot of times, what happens is the actual coil will damage the spark plug. So let's say you have a bad coil, that spark plug is going to be damaged. So when you go ahead and replace the coil, your spark plug is still going to be damaged, or you're still going to be getting a couple misfires here and there. So what I recommend is usually either, if you have the funds, go ahead and replace all 4 spark plugs and then just do the 1 coil. Or if you don't, just go ahead and do the 1 spark plug and the 1 coil minimum, so that you can at least get it running and not have to worry about it being still have intermittent misfires when it's just a $4 or $5 spark plug. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show you guys the manual right now, and then I'll probably give you guys a couple words of what I think about it, and then yeah, that's pretty much in the video. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so what I was going to show you guys is this instruction manual. This is what comes with, it tells you what app to get and all that. And when you're going to register it, you're going to go ahead and use that serial number right there, and then this is the activation code. So you're going to need both of these. So it's very, very simple, guys, to use it. And then here's a little bit of the manual. It tells you what app and everything. For this one, it's a Thinkdiag Plus app, which is the same as the Thinkdiag 1 for this one. It's the same thing. But yeah, guys, I can't recommend this one enough, especially if you've been thinking about getting a little bit of a better scanner. If you're like a mobile mechanic or you're just starting out, this is something very something very handy to have. It's going to make your life a lot easier. So simple to use. Once you get used to it, you're going to be an expert on these, and very simple. It's going to cut your diagnostic times in half, a third. You know, it's gonna exponentially speed you up. And as you know, the faster you do things, the more time you have, which you can do more work and you get more money. So this will pay for itself. Like I said, I did not pay for this myself. This was sent to me by Thinkdiag or Kingbolen. I think they're the same company, but I do recommend them. So if you see this with the Kingbolen insignia, it's probably the same thing because they're connected. But either way, I would have recommended this myself. I've recommended this one, and this one I did pay for myself, and I've recommended it quite a few times, just because of how easy it is to use. And this one has it has pretty much a same amount of features, but it's gonna be more compatible for the newer models, where this one might stop being compatible with some of the newer models. This one has the newer compatibility where it'll be you'll be able to use it more in the more future-proof, as some would call it. So pretty much the similar features. This one's just more future-proof, as in it's going to be more compatible with the newer cars. Something to have to do with the chip in here. They probably changed the chip and stuff. So yeah, guys, I would highly recommend this one. I will leave a link in the description for the product. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, if you guys are not subscribed, and if you guys like this content, consider subscribing. If you liked it, make sure you leave a thumbs up, so I keep those videos coming. And have a great day, guys.